Yo, what's up guys, welcome back. Drytron, TCG format, new format by the way. So post March 15, you know, Drytron got a huge hit. They lost Union Carrier, kind of an extender now without Fafnir, their new rank 1 exceed, and obviously BENTEN 2-1. That's a big deal. I feel that Drytron with the current build, especially without their rank 1 exceed, is not top tier, not tier 1. Maybe top, well, tier 2 I guess, maybe even lower, but it's still kind of a decent deck. But it needs its you know, rank 1. But a couple of things is that I started off playtesting, of course, with Megaliths, you know, like abusing BENTEN, even though it's at 1, it's searchable off of, you know, like your extra foolish burial with Herald, you know, in the extra deck if you want. There's triple prep. I also run pre-preparation of Rites because of the regular Herald, but I might want to try out maybe an extra Herald ritual spell because, you know, it might not seem that consistent, right? I'll start with the base core combo, and as I mentioned before, I tried it out with Megaliths first and I was like, it's missing something, and eventually it was a Beatrice that I was missing, and that suggestion I got from the video of Rampengu Nation, we'll leave a link in the video description. Is that long story short is that this core combo leads to Beatrice. You know, like you can send Eve to the graveyard, very similar to Fafnir, their rank 1, send basically another Drytron body from your deck to the graveyard, and eventually you will, you know, you'll keep upgrading your field. Beatrice to potentially send Eve during your opponent's turn to the graveyard to get 2 beneficial fairy searches, plus the Herald of Perfection on your side of the field. And as you know, there is the, at least thanks to the Herald spell, you're able to get back, well, immediately get back a fairy to your hand for the potential negations. That's, you know, quite easy, right? Let's turn it up. Okay, so very similar to before, again, our core combo stays the same. I'm working towards full again, leading to, well, obviously BENTEN first. Eventually you'll search your normal summon Manju. Maybe I should be taking the Divinity's Ruler again, but again, normal summon Manju for the search. That will be your full get back BENTEN. That's the thing, right? Megaliths are able to abuse BENTEN. And that's the thing with this build, is that even though the deck Drytron lost a couple of copies of Cyber Angel names, it kinda gets replaced by Ideten, you know, I believe that's the name. Again, upon ritual summon, get or search a ritual spell, and that's important because it's also not once per turn, and it's a level 6 for Beatrice, so, you know, it's fantastic. It also gives your Herald of Perfection an extra boost, and I believe attack and defense as well, so that's nifty. But the thing is that if you're opening with 2 Drytron bodies, you're able to get off this board, so kind of making Masquerina as well, with, you know, like a couple of cards in your hand. Also, hopefully some fairies. There is still Beatrice for Eve. You could wait here, because again, Beatrice is also a fairy for the potential, you know, like Eve, Banish, and so on, you know. Because again, you have the capability to go for Unicorn during your opponent's turn. So Herald is strong, sitting at a nice little over 3k defense as well because of the Ideten defense boost, right? So that's strong. Multiple negations as well, and the potential Unicorn bounce. So that's still very nice. And the thing is that I haven't mentioned before is Natasha. Natasha is so broken. Even though with only 1 BENTEN, only 1 Cyber Angel BENTEN, I mean, it can, you know, with Ideten as well, it has more copies, more targets to banish from the graveyard. And the fact that Natasha also is not once per turn is quite scary. It makes it so that this deck is still strong going second also, but let's face it, is that, and that was before this, before the ban list and post ban list, is the deck is still so weak to hand traps, mainly draw on Lockbird. Again, that hasn't changed. The thing that changed is that the other decks also, well, I'm looking at Virtual World, for example, also got weakened, but then there is stuff like Zodiac, Eldritch, Dogmatica Invoked, Triangling, just to name a few, that are still, you know, super strong, and I feel they are stronger than Drytron now, because again, they definitely need their rank 1 exceed. So going second, again, as I mentioned before, a couple of interruptions, I guess 3 there was the Blossom, potential Dragoons negation, Crystal Wing for monster negation, and the Trap, right, for disruption. So this again turns out to be quote-unquote easy. Just go for Phoenix, right? Phoenix forcing out the Trap card, and this makes it so I can freely go for full, even, I mean, that's where it gets started with BENTEN. Freely go for full, again, getting back BENTEN, tribute it with Fool's Effect, getting a search, a special summon eventually, right? Ritual summon from the deck, going for the search also. I mean, it's again the same core combo, but again, I'm going second, and instead of going for Beatrice, you can go for game. So Cerberus, and the fact that Natasha reborns herself as why does it do that? Why it's not like a Snatch Steal, and that's even so strong also. Nope, that just make it that it special summons herself plus the Snatch Steal effect. Ah, crazy stuff. So going first, and as you saw in the build, is that I'm currently running, what's it called? One of the level 4s also. I forgot its name. It's the one that lets you do the Megalith, that lets you draw this card. I'm probably going to drop that one for at least for a third copy of Herald of the Orange Light. You know, and this is one of the reasons, the potential Nibiru draw maybe, and that's where, you know, like Herald could be, yeah, could be good. Obviously. So again, standard opening, I guess. Beatrice should be incoming soon. Either then search, you know, this the same staple combos. Yep. Either then gets searched, or at least gets special summon, get back the ritual spell, the machine ritual, very important, because again this leads to a potential BENTEN summon, or either 10 summon, depends on which extenders you have ready. Search out Herald indeed because of BENTEN, right? Even with one BENTEN you can still keep abusing it. And yeah, either then indeed, getting back the potential ritual, search it, right, because again I want to get the Herald on my side of the field, and the two other bodies, two other monsters will turn themselves into Masquerina. Again, same combo, easy Beatrice during your opponent's turn. The Ash Blossom is indeed going to get negated by the Herald, so immediately, yup, going for Beatrice for the potential extra negations, and of course a Unicorn dodge play or interruption play during the opponent's turn. So this is really, I mean, it's quite solid. Beatrice is strong. It's very similar to the OCG, where they do have access to the, what is it called, Diviner Herald. You know which one I mean, the level 2. It's also a tuner, by the way. Also can copy levels. So, and you know, in the OCG they also have the rank 1, but the deck definitely needs it, and I'm not really sure about the correct date that we in the TCG will be getting the new rank 1, but the Drytron definitely needs that one to be some, you know, like a solid tier 2 choice. But that's something I feel that other decks for now might be a bit better, like, you know, Dragonlink, Virtual World, even Virtual World, Shuttles even maybe. But like always, feel free to leave suggestions. The pre-prep might be dropped for Prosperity, but you know, it might be an expensive card, but that's definitely a solid replacement if you want. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.